So one other common dosh which generally people ask about is the Moon-Saturn combination,
Yes,
right?
yes,
So Moon generally affects the mind and Saturn is dryness, right?
yes,
So
yes,
you have fluctuations in
yes,
emotions, right?
yes,
You're emotionally keep going up and down.
yes, yes,
So how if one person has Moon-Saturn combination in the chart, how
yes.
does one perform remedies to overcome this
Yes,
particular?
yes. So basically, it's called Vish Dosh. Vish means poison. So generally, Moon, when it's encapsulated with Saturn, so Saturn is the planet of dejection, depression, deterioration, and those kind of things, slowness, and all that. So when the mind is completely covered with Saturn, it creates a negativity kind of an influence in life. So that is why it is called a Vish Dosh. So it's a poison kind of a dosh. And the second important thing to consider here is that the conjunction should be reasonably close. So if the conjunction is reasonably far with about 10 plus degrees of separation, then it's not a very
Even
major.
aspect is fine.
Yeah, aspect is also there, but the
Conjunction is very close.
conjunction is the problem. And even if the aspect is in the same similar degrees, so for example, Moon is in 24 degrees Aries
Right.
and Libra 23 degrees, there is a sort of a degree
Closeness.
wise, there is a closeness. So there it kind of sort of impacts.
Impact.
Yes. So this common example, sir, so suppose this Moon Saturn combination is there, for example, in the fifth house. It is, and the conjunction is reasonably very close. There is a high probability that that couple will not have kids. It's a very good example. Suppose Moon Saturn conjunction
In the Rashi
is
chart.
in the Rashi chart. If it is there in the seventh house, you will either find that there is a separation or there is a depression related to relationship
Partner.
and marriage,
Okay.
or the partnership may not survive, or the person may you may lose the person. So suppose there is a if the Moon Saturn combination is there in the Lagna, you will find that the person is always negative. So for example, when you say we'll go for a movie, the person is no, we will not get parking there, it will be fully crowded. The entire thing will be negative. You will say we'll go for dinner, no, that enough crowd is there, the people who come there will not be good. So that kind of a flavor is very strong from a Moon Saturn kind of a combination. And this is typically a wish dose. So generally, when you merge charts, it is highly advised that if one of the partners has this particular combination, there has to be compensatory planetary aspects or conjunction. Otherwise, it could lead to a lot of issues from
So there should be a Venus or Jupiter.
yes. There
in the
should be a
1-7
so for example, if there is a Moon Saturn combination,
In
if
the
the
third.
partner's Jupiter is there in the same house or it's aspecting that particular chart, it is fantastic from that kind of a thing. You should also make sure that, for example, Moon Jupiter is Gajakesri. So you should also make sure that the conjunction does not yield negative fame, because
Right.
Moon, Saturn, and Jupiter as well.
Right.
So there could be negative fame as well.
Okay.
So for example, the fight may lead to a court. All relatives are involved and those
Right.
kind of stuff. So that needs to be
Taken care.
avoided and taken care of. The best thing to do in this particular situation is there are two mantras that needs to be chanted. One is called Om Namah Shivaya. So Namah Shivaya is a Panchakshari mantra. We are talking here about Om Namah Shivaya. So it is a 6 Akshara mantra, Shakshari mantra. So that is a very important remedy for this particular thing. So you chant this particular mantra multiples of 18.
Okay.
18. So it's a very, and especially on a Monday. So Monday fast, drinking milk on Monday, helping mother or mother-like women on Mondays.
Anything to strengthen the moon.
Moon
what
is
you-
very, very important in this particular thing. Second thing is, the most important thing is Lalita Sahasranamam chanting every day is a must.
Okay.
So primarily because Moon Saturn combination is there is a skewness towards spirituality.
Okay.
It has a very limited material kind of a time frame for a Moon Saturn combination. So the more you move materially, the more the Moon Saturn, the wish yoga blossoms.
Oh.
So it is highly advised that you move into a spiritual direction. That means your mind space has to eliminate material thoughts and bring in bhakti and spirituality. And what bhakti? Bhakti has to be Devi.
Okay.
So Devi's bhakti has to come and replace with your material. So I want to earn money, I want to see places and all that. I know it is not very practical, thinking that I don't want to earn money and all that.
But balance
but the
both.
limited balance.
Balance.
That balance is important, and the spiritual bhakti has to come in. It has to come in with a very large extent. If it doesn't come, it will create a lot of issues, especially if the conjunction is very close. So generally, Moon-Saturn is related to manda and slowness and those kind of things. So you will feel that in the home, in the relationship, nothing is moving. Always there is negativity. We are doing a lot of things, but we are not happy. Things are not moving. You will always be observant of what others are doing, how they have achieved in their lives, and all those kind of things. So it is sixth house, Om Namah Shivaya, that is the six Akshara mantra is primarily for that.
Okay.
You focus on your internal spiritual thing, don't focus externally. Focus internally and try to clean that sort of stuff. So yogas are basically our gifts, right? So if you have a Gajagesri yoga, Chandramangala yoga or a Vish yoga, it is because of the karmas that we have done and it comes through our multiple lifestyles. So it is our duty to sort of bring in spirituality into the system and eliminate this particular thing. So generally slowness means, so for example, if you see unusual traffic jams, you will notice that the moon is transiting over Saturn in that particular day. Generally in Bangalore every day is a traffic jam, but on top of that, if you see unusual 4 hours delay, 7 hours delay and all that, you will have a high probability of correlation saying that moon is transiting over
for that
Saturn.
particular day.
Yes.
Okay. And one other question is, Saturn is also air.
Yes.
So any sort of pranayama?
No, actually you focus here more on moon rather than Saturn. So it is like, you are good at square cuts. So, and you are bad at leg glance. So you focus on square cut more rather than the leg glance here.
Okay. So that is why Lalita Sahasranamam
is very important. Yes.